Hey, it's Alana Baroni, the Get Social expert for eHow.com, and I'm here at the Viceroy Hotel in Santa Monica, California, to talk about how to throw a New Year's Eve party at a hotel. With all the holiday entertaining that goes on, sometimes New Year's Eve plans are last minute, but that's okay. Impromptu plans are often the best. So if you want to host your friends, but don't want to do it at your place, consider doing it at a hotel instead. What you want to do is to make sure that you pick a hotel that has the feeling of what you want to pull off. The Viceroy's vibe is an urban, chic by the shore atmosphere. Perfect for New Year's Eve entertaining. Now, just because you're hosting at a hotel and you don't have to do decor, food, or beverage, doesn't mean that you don't have to be a good host. And what that means is putting together an interesting guest list, first of all. When I'm putting together mine, I always think about New York City's Central Park. It's a place where all kinds of people intersect and mingle and meet up. There's moms and bankers and plumbers and punk rockers. Everybody meets up there, and that's what you want to create when you're hosting a party. So the guest list is number one. Number two is these people won't know each other. So how are you going to get them to mingle and interact, which is what a party is all about? What you need to do is give them sort of interactive activities that sort of aren't in your face, but it gives people more of an excuse to interact and mingle. So I'm going to show you how to put together those two most important elements, how to interact with the hotel to make sure that you have the best New Year's Eve party ever. When guests first arrive at the cocktail portion of your party, you want to avoid that whole deer in the headlights syndrome when you ask them what they'd like to drink. So have a tray of specialty cocktails ready. Guests can choose to take one of those or order something else from the bar. Here at the Cameo Bar at the Viceroy Hotel, we asked them to pick their top 3 cocktails for New Year's Eve. And they have the Cameo Cosmopolitan, a key lime martini with the graham cracker crust, yum, and a raspberry lemon drop martini with a sugar rim. It's totally sugar, I promise. So have a few cocktails out, everybody could grab one, mingling, and start your party off on the right foot. When hosting a New Year's Eve party at a hotel, follow the same flow that you would at home. Cocktails, dinner, then after hours. And since cocktails is where everyone's going to meet up, you want to make sure that you have some sort of mingling activity where people have an excuse to talk to each other, maybe flirt a little bit, you know. This one is called A Penny for Your Thoughts, and it is a flower cushion made of carnations and a black piggy bank. Now you might be asking me why I have a piggy bank in this activity, and it's because 2007 is the year of the pig. So I'm trying to incorporate it wherever I can into the party. The idea of this activity is to ask your guests to write down one of their life tips, something that they learned that they can help us not have to learn the hard way. So I'm going to write down mine. I produced the wedding for John Stamos and Rebecca Romaine, and the last call that I made before my last production meeting with him was to his phone, and I didn't lock the keypad to my cell phone, so I called him back not knowing in my purse as my producing partner was talking about them at the last meeting. It was very embarrassing. So my life tip, lock the keypad to your cell phone. It's an important thing to know. To find out how to make this activity for your party, log on to Related eHow, How to Make a Party Activity, Volume 1, Life Tips. Personalizing the table at a restaurant dinner is no big deal to pull off. You don't want to make over the restaurant's decor. You want to focus on what will make your guests have a better experience, like things that will keep them chatting and interacting, like an interactive centerpiece that's like a conversation piece. This is just a black lacquer tray with white carnations, and I put noisemakers and iconic New Year's Eve party favorites in apothecary jars. Seems like anytime you put anything in a jar, it becomes a little bit more important. These are just silver-plated noisemakers from Tiffany. We have a noisemaker, a horn, and a party hat. To find out how you can make this centerpiece for your New Year's Eve party, log on to Related eHow, How to Make a Centerpiece, Volume 3, New Year's Eve Party. Personalizing the place setting at a restaurant dinner starts with the place card. And to keep the action alive, make them calls to action. Like Rebecca's place card here. It says, alert the host if you'd like dessert first. I like that. I want dessert first. But everyone else at the table has something different to say or to do. But I think Rebecca's got the right idea. To find out how to include call to action place cards for your New Year's Eve dinner, log on to Related eHow, How to Make Call to Action Place Cards. Personalizing the place setting at a restaurant dinner is more about being clever than cash flow. Like this card that says, use the phrases below to tell a story about yourself. I'd give my left arm 4, or if I were a condiment, I'd be, you want to say mayonnaise. I don't know why. But this isn't an excuse for guests to, have a glass of champagne and see what they have to say. For extra credit, I would videotape it and maybe put it up for later use. But I didn't tell you that. The other part that you could do to personalize a table setting is to have a champagne glass as the favor. Perfect for New Year's Eve. And so that guests can tell them apart, put resolutions on there for them because nobody else can think of their own resolution. Mine is, I resolved to learn to cuss in different languages. That should be really fun. And last but not least, give your guests something to wear. Everybody needs a little flair. Give the girls gardenias that they can clip in their hair. Give the guys boutonnieres that they can put on their lapels. And to learn how to personalize the table setting for your New Year's Eve party, log on to Related eHow, how to personalize a restaurant table setting. After hours in a hotel suite on New Year's Eve is party time. As a host, you just want to make sure that you have the ingredients for your guests to bring in New Year's Eve in a big way. A couple of my favorite things are a piñata. This is the disco ball style piñata, stuffed with everything you need to make some noise. Horns, noisemakers, bells, maracas, harmonicas, kazoos, anything you can find around your house or at a party store to stuff this piñata with is the way to go. The other thing you want to do as a host is to maybe have some wardrobe elements on hand. Have you ever noticed how when people have a little wardrobe on, they step outside of themselves and maybe flirt a little bit more, mingle a little bit more, and are basically just better guests? That's what you're looking for. So look for some afros, some other wigs, mask, bunny ears, devil ears, whatever you can find at a local costume store or online to include in your wardrobe is what we're looking for. So I hope this and the other segments of this eHow have inspired you to host your own New Year's Eve party at a hotel. To find out how to include a piñata in your New Year's Eve celebration, log on to Related eHow, how to stuff a New Year's piñata. I'd like to thank the beautiful Viceroy Hotel on the beach here in Santa Monica, California, for letting us shoot at their beautiful location and showing us how to host a New Year's party at a hotel. For more information about parties, gift-giving traditions, and heirlooms, log on to getsocial.com. Thanks a lot. I'm Alana Baroni. See you next time. Happy New Year.